Portsmouth in their maroon numbers with, maroon jerseys, gold numbers, and white trim. And with the call of the game is Corey Munstetiger. Take it away, Corey.
So Avery Romps will inbound for the Clippers. She finds Bella Slover. Over to Mia Smith. Back to Romps. She finds Maddie McCannell at the top. Now Slover. Ball gets batted around. She gets it back. Looks left, finds Smith. Smith back to Slover. Right side, they're kind of probing the defense. Bedford is in a tight man-to-man defense here. Avery Romps back over to Mia Smith and to Slover. The Clippers being very deliberate here on offense as they look to find a good shot. Not just a shot, a good shot. And we're going to have a travel call here as Mia Smith was driving hard lefty into the lane, but lost her balance and fell, so she'll get a travel.
Yeah, Bedford sealing off the inside there, not giving Portsmouth any room to operate.
Isabella King into the front court. Finds Sydney Grogan, dribbles right to the right side. Passed into Lana McCarthy, spins to the left. Look, little hook shot in the lane. Good look by McCarthy, and she gets the Bulldogs on the board, 2-0.
Coach Gibbs going to exploit that size difference between these two rosters.
Sure, Emery over to McCannell. McCannell to Smith, hands off to Romps. Romps drives lefty into the lane, goes straight up, gets a friendly bounce. Shooter's touch there in the lane from Avery Romps. And the Clippers have full court man-to-man defense to give some pressure on the Bulldogs. Ball batted there, tipped by Avery Romps, then off of Catherine Pennick's hands, so it will go to the Clippers on the turnover. Early action here, state semifinal. 2-2. And now the Clippers find Emery on the baseline, and that rattles just out. Halfway down and then came out. Up quick to Isabella King for three, short, well short.
That ball was tipped by a Portsmouth player, but the official did not see that. So it really should be Bedford's ball, but they're going to give it to the Clippers.
So Romps inbounds to Slover. Slover sets their offense. Bedford has shifted into a 1-2-2 that where the larger players are up top. They give up shot there to Emery. She can't get it to go, but King comes away with the rebound. King up quick to Lana McCarthy, and she has her second bucket of the game. 4 points for McCarthy. It's 4-2.
Nice quick transition there by Bedford, and they found McCarthy under the basket one-on-one.
And Bedford has switched back to man. That was a great look, and now we're going to have a travel called on Savannah Emery. As you mentioned, Isabel King kept her eyes up, down the floor, found McCarthy wide open underneath, and the defense was too slow. So King into the front court now. McCarthy posts. Can't get it down to her, but they find Pennick along the baseline. She takes a jumper. That won't go. McCarthy with the rebound. She pivots back to her right. Now Pennick again from the baseline, and that's good.
They liked that play so much they went back to it.
Sure. Give her the same look again. She's not going to miss twice. So Emery now finds a post with Mia Smith. Pivots, can't find a move. Back up top to McCannell. McCannell to Slover. Now to Smith. Over to McCannell. She finds Romps, and that won't go. Offensive rebound there by Emery. That won't go. The ball is batted out of bounds, though, and the Clippers will keep the ball.
And Pennick on the ground taking a hit there. No call.
Man-to-man defense again. Three-pointer by Romps, and that's good. Nice out-of-bounds play by the Clippers. They find Romps deep in the right-hand corner, and she sticks the three. So now Bedford on the offense. Pennick drives baseline, has some room there, kicks to Mumpini. Mumpini's jumper is good. So 8-5 here, early going. Bedford leads by 3. Bella Slover up. Little bounce pass to Emery, and she's going to get called for a travel again. Yep. Quick substitution here as Margaret Montplaisir comes in. Mia Smith goes out. Isabella King gets the inbound.
A bit of a press there from the Clippers.
Yeah, somewhat loose pressure there. King drives hard, gets the layup to go and the foul. Saw the Red Sea part there. Went hard with the left hand, kissed it off the glass, took the hit, and she'll go to the line for the N1. Of course, Isabella King, the senior leader for the Bulldogs. Hits the foul shot, and it's 11-5, Bedford by 6. 4 minutes left in the first. Grogan falls down on the defense, but fortunate for her, the pass goes off of Romp's hands, and the Bulldogs will get another turnover there. 4 minutes left, halfway through this first quarter of action. Sydney Grogan down to McCarthy. Deep in the right corner, her pass is tipped there. Mompini scraps for the ball there, and we're going to get a jump ball. It's going to stay with Bedford. So they'll take it out under the offensive basket. Portsmouth still in their man-to-man defense. King dribbles into the lane, lefty hook, can't get it to go. McCannell comes away with the rebound. Bella Slover, some nifty dribbling, gets it up quick. And Montplaisir hits a three, right side. 11-8. Looked like it might have been a carry there on Grogan. She doesn't get called for it. McCarthy finds Mompini, and that's good. So hot shooting both sides here to start the game. It's 13-8, 5-point lead for the Bedford Bulldogs. Bella Slover, pass tipped. Grogan comes away with it, up quick to King. She's going to get into her breakout there, and she's going to take a foul as she got whacked on the arm.
And she took a desperation layup and almost nailed that. Came awfully close to going in.
She sure did. Montplaisir is going to pick up the foul. And they're going to call it on the floor. It looked like she might have been into her shooting motion, but they're calling it on the floor. So she will not get shots. Sorry, that foul was on Slover. That pass is out of bounds, so it will go to the Clippers.
Yeah, Mompini tried to lead Grogan a bit, just a little too far. She was able to recover, but the recovery pass inbounds missed everybody, went out of bounds, and now it's the Clippers' ball.
So Slover to Emery. Emery over to Smith. Smith to Montplaisir. Back over to McCannell. McCannell drives righty to the foul line. Baseline drive there by Montplaisir. She kicks to Smith, but we're going to have an injured player down low. Looks like Sydney Grogan.
Now the Clippers fans don't like the whistle there. Took away a three-pointer.
Sure did. The referee saw an injured player under the hoop, who is Sydney Grogan, and she's limping off. Seems to have a knee or an ankle injury. The Clippers had hit a three-pointer right there just after the whistle blew from the referee. And Clippers coach is rightfully upset about that as the play was interrupted. But it will remain a 5-point lead.
It looks like Marina Braga will be in for the injured Grogan. They're working on her. She'd be a big loss if she can't play the rest of the way.
And Kazajanski has checked in for Catherine Pennick. Referees have huddled, and they're going to stick with their original decision. No basket on that three-point try. The Clippers turn it over on the inbounds as King steps into the passing lane. Around the back twice, gets back to her left, dumps down to Lana McCarthy, and she's hacked as she goes hard to the rim. So McCarthy will get 2 on the line. Shooting foul, that's the third foul on the Clippers, as Montplaisir picks up her second foul. So McCarthy takes a spin. First shot is good.
And that gives her 5 on the night.
14-8 lead, a 6-point Bedford lead goes to 7 as Lana McCarthy hits the second of 2. And she has 6. Bella Slover brings the ball up. Guarded there by Marina Braga, as you mentioned, checked in for Grogan. Now Emery over to Smith. Back to Slover. They find a cutting Montplaisir, top of the key. Her three-pointer is good. 2 threes now for Montplaisir. She has 6 points. 2 minutes left or so in this first quarter of action. 4-point lead for Bedford, 15-11. King draws a triple team. They find Kazajanski along the baseline, and she makes good on her running hook.
Yeah, that was a mistake there by Portsmouth, leaving Kazajanski all along on the baseline.
Sure, King drew a crowd as 3 players approached her at the midfield, or excuse me, at the half-court line. And King comes almost up with a steal there as she reached in on the post player. Montplaisir put the ball on the ground. That got batted away. So Romps will come back in, and we'll have Incolingo. Ariana Incolingo will check in for her first action of the game. The Clippers look for a baseline inbound, and that goes into the fresh off the bench, Ariana Incolingo. She gets it to go and gets fouled. So she'll go to the line. I believe the foul is going to be on Marina Braga. And it has, yeah, that's Marina Braga. It originally had number 1. The Bedford Bulldogs don't have a number 1, so it is Marina Braga that picks up the foul as Incolingo misses the free throw. They find Braga down low on the baseline. She gets it to McCarthy, who's quadruple teamed, and turns the ball over. Out on the break is Bella Slover, and she makes good on that fast break layup. So now the Clippers have brought it back to a 2-point game as the Bulldogs lead 17-15 with 1:31 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they're doing it with great shooting. 2 threes from Montplaisir, as well as 5 points from Romps. They're hitting their shots. A few turnovers, they have to limit those, but if they keep shooting, they're going to be in this game.
Absolutely. Those 3-point shots obviously paying off. As you mentioned, Montplaisir with 2 of them, Romps with another. So 9 of their 15 points have come from behind the line.
And Coach Gibbs is funneling a lot of the offense on the Bedford side to McCarthy under the basket. She's got a big size advantage there. And I think Portsmouth figured that out since they had 4 defenders on her on that play, and she wasn't able to get the ball to a teammate.
Yep, they're going to collapse on her down low in the block. She needs to keep that ball high and find the shooters out along the perimeter. So the Clippers come out with some full court pressure. They find McCarthy. McCarthy to King, who's double teamed there quickly. They find Mumpini down to Kazajanski. Jab step, gets into the lane. Lefty won't go, but McCarthy there to clean it up. And she now has 8 points on that offensive rebound and putback.
Yeah, good rebound there. Way to read the play and be there for the rebound.
Slover to McCannell. Back to Slover. 3-pointer won't go. Ball gets tipped around there. Incolingo with the offensive board. Can't get that to go. And King comes away with the rebound. Out quick now. She sees a little bit of room after a ball fake and buries the 3. 6 now for King. Pushes the lead back to 7 on a quick basket by McCarthy and a follow-up by King. So Romps dribbles, gets to the foul line, goes farther in the lane. Can't get it to go off the backboard, though. Looked like she might have got whacked in the face as she grabs at her nose. Back to Safia Mumpini. Over to Braga. Back to Safia Mumpini. Gets into the lane. She's going to get called for a travel. Looked like a pivot, but probably dragged her pivot foot there.
Yeah, it might not have been the best way to go there, giving it to Mumpini. She ran right into a double team, and I think that forced that travel.
Several Clippers players were right near her, and she turns the ball over. So we're going to see
10 seconds to go here.
McDonough here. 7 seconds left now. Now McDonough, Caitlin McDonough, who's checked in for the Clippers, is going to get called for travel. 6.1 left here.
Almost a carbon copy there where she ran into the double team and moved her feet in the process.
Yep, dragged that pivot foot. Now King gets to half court. 2 seconds left. Now McCarthy, she'll shoot. She's way off the mark as it goes off the support coming down from the ceiling. But a good start for the Bedford Bulldogs as they lead after 1 quarter, 22-15. Londonderry takes on Bishop Girton.
And our friends at Nashua ETV 99 will be carrying that game. And you're watching the current game on that channel as well.
So Inkalingo drives hard, and Sydney Grogan, who's checked back into the game, takes the offensive foul as Inkalingo was out of control, driving hard lefty into the lane. Good to see Grogan back out there after that injury in the first quarter. So good start for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it is good to see Grogan back in there. They were able to treat whatever body part was ailing her.
Probably tweaked an ankle or something there. Grogan down in the corner. She finds McCarthy down low, who's quickly double teamed. Back to Grogan, can't get the layup to go, but she hustles after the rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball. That arrow is pointing to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, one official incorrectly said it was Portsmouth ball.
There was a jump ball in the first quarter, but then the second quarter reset awarded the ball to the Clippers, so it does go back to the Bulldogs. Mumpini finds King straight away. Dribbles to her left, gets double teamed. Back to Grogan. She gets tied up, and that'll go back to the Clippers. So good help defense there by the Clippers.
I'm wondering if that pass might have been meant for McCarthy. They were both in the same location.
Could have been. So Slover into Inkalingo. She forces a pass over, and King is there to steal that. King gets to her left hand, but she's fouled on the break. So she'll go to the line for two.
Great read there by King to intercept that pass.
Jumped into the passing lane, got the right hand into that passing lane, and was there for the steal as Mia Smith picks up her first foul. 5 team fouls on the Clippers as Isabella King hits the first of 2. Inkalingo will check out as Savannah Emery comes back in. And King hits the second from the charity stripe. She has 8 points now. And they find Savannah Emery. Right hand push pass to Mia Smith. She checks, waits for her cutter. Finds Slover. Slover to McDonough. McDonough top of the key. She dribbles once, hands back to Slover. Slover, her pass to her teammate is bobbled as Romps couldn't handle it. Safia Mumpini comes away with that. They look and find King in the corner. Fakes, drives baseline, little step around, and she gets it to go on the layup there. King is into double digits with 10 points there, and the Clippers are going to take a timeout as the lead has blossomed to 11.
Bedford attacking there with a strong defense and quick transition baskets, and King, of course, leading the way there with some excellent shooting from the field and from the charity stripe as well.
As usual, she gets to her left hand. It's strong. She's strong on that left hand, tough to stop her. But as you mentioned, shooting touch from all over the floor, inside, outside, free throw line, mid-range. Tough offensive player to stop. The Clippers have their work cut out for them. So 4 quick points pushes the lead to 11 points. It's 26-15. Early action here in the second quarter. And the Clippers, after that basket, will have the run of the baseline. Romps will inbound to Slover. Slover brings it up. Spread offense here. They find Montplaisir, back to Romps. Over to Slover. She looks into the post, doesn't like the pass, so finds Romps at the top of the key. Montplaisir for 3 again, and that's short. And the ball is going to bounce out of bounds.
I think that's the first 3-pointer she missed today.
Long rebound there, a little off right. That bounced out of bounds. So Mumpini inbounds to Grogan. Grogan takes her time. The Clippers are in a 2-3 zone defense. Bedford works it around the outside. Mumpini sees a little daylight. Ball fake. Back to McCarthy. King down to the baseline to Pennick. Pennick's baseline is no good. But McCarthy gets the rebound, spins back to her right hand in the lane. Another offensive rebound and putback for McCarthy, and she's in double digits.
McCarthy was playing on the outside there, but then moved inside for the rebound and has such a nice touch on that hook shot.
She does, soft touch around the rim, as McCarthy has really emerged as a great inside source of points here.
Only in her first year as a freshman.
Isabella King there is going to pick up a foul on a loose ball. And Romps will inbound to Slover. Slover to the right side for Emery. Emery, lefty dribble, back to McCannell. McCannell's pass is picked off by Safia Mumpini. She comes down on the break. Her
Put
lefty
it too
layup's
hard.
no good, but Grogan is there on the follow. Exceptional hustle by Sydney Grogan to follow that up. Offensive rebound. And now we have a 15-point game with 4 more quick points from the Bulldogs, 30-15.
Mumpini might have been a little too excited putting that rebound up. It went up or that layup. It went up a little too hard. Fortunately, Grogan was trailing the play and got the rebound and put it in.
Yeah, great hustle by the all-around athlete Grogan. As you mentioned, Mumpini was out there on the break. Looked like she tried to put it off the backboard with her left hand. You got to give her credit for going with the left from that side of the basket, but again, too hard, and Grogan cleaned up the mess.
And we were still on a run here. Have you at least an 8-point run?
At least 8 points, right? It was 22-15 at the end of the first, and now it's 30-15 as the Bulldogs have come out strong here in the second quarter. First 2.5 minutes, it's been an 8-0 run. Now Slover brings the ball up, guarded closely by Grogan. Quickly over to Emery. Emery dribbles and finds McCannell at the top of the key. Kick to Montplaisir. Romps now. Great V-cut by Slover. Didn't get the ball, though. Romps back to Emery. Gets to the foul line. Kicks back to Montplaisir. Good ball fake. And now she finds Slover for 3. No good. Rebound to Mumpini. Grogan finds King. King looks for some daylight. She finds Grogan again. Baseline now to Pennick. That's too strong. Montplaisir comes up with the rebound. She drives, gets to the top of the key, kicks right for Emery, down to McCannell. McCannell back out, now Slover. Slover, long one for Romps. Three-pointer won't go. Montplaisir with the offensive board. That won't go, but it's going to be off of Catherine Pennick on the defensive rebound, so the Clippers will get another chance at it.
And Mia Smith is in the game now. She's going to take the place of Bella Plover.
And it looks like Emma Kazajanski is going to be allowed to substitute in for Catherine Pennick. A little hesitation. Sometimes the officials like them to wait for the next whistle, but they allowed the substitution there. Mia Smith finds Montplaisir right in the lane. She gets the mid-range jumper to go. 8 points now for Montplaisir.
And that breaks the drought for the Clippers, getting their first points of this second quarter.
8-2 run there. Now they find McCarthy down low. She's quadruple teamed again. And that looked like a clean block, I have to say.
It did.
And the Clippers are going to get called for a foul there, and I think that's Montplaisir's 3rd foul. But it did look like a clean block. At least up top on the ball. Maybe Montplaisir got her on the arm or on the leg or with the body. Not quite sure where, but.
And McCarthy wasn't able to handle that pass cleanly. It went to the floor, and in the time that it took to get control again, she had that quadruple team on her.
Yeah, and with those centers, you want to keep that ball up high. Get them a place where they can get it and others can't. She misses the second, and the Clippers are into the front court. 31-17, a 14-point lead for the Bulldogs. McCannell for the Clippers finds Romps. Romps, top of the key, dribbles right. Over to Delaney Cody, who's checked in for her first action. Cody finds Smith cutting through the lane. She's quickly double-teamed. Pivots around, can't get it to go. Now the ball comes out, and King comes away with it. King up quick to Grogan, to McCarthy, cutting.
Wow.
Excellent fast break right there. As Grogan made a nice little touch pass to the cutting McCarthy through the lane. She has 13. 3.5 left here in the first half. They look down. McCarthy gets the block on Cody as she was going for it. Kazajanski out on the break. Crossover, gets to her right hand, and then another great block by Romps. But King gets the rebound and flips it up. And that goes. 12 now for King, 35-17. 3 minutes left.
And Bedford's making the most of these second chance scoring opportunities.
They sure are. 3 minutes to go here. First half. Bedford is slowly stretching out their lead. It is 18 now. And that is a miss. Kazajanski comes away with it. Finds Grogan. Grogan had to track it down. As you mentioned, Kazajanski's outlet pass was a bit over her head. And now Grogan into McCarthy, who's triple teamed again. Grogan gets the jumper, that's short, and that will go out of bounds. So as you mentioned, every time McCarthy gets that ball down low, she is double, tripled, and sometimes quadruple teamed down there.
They're trying to limit her. Unfortunately, nobody on the Clippers really has the size to play her one-on-one.
Those entry passes are tough depending on the angle. And once she gets it down there, she's been able to find some open jump shooters. So Slover, who's checked back in, goes on Grogan. Grogan switches off, comes on Romps. Her shot is no good, but offensive rebound by Slover to Romps. Over to Emery, driving into the right hand, right into the lane, gets the shot to go, and will pick up the foul and the chance for the N1. Waiting for the foul call. I think it was Kazajanski. Yep, Kazajanski on that foul. King will take a seat as Marina Braga comes back in. King will get a couple of extra minutes of rest before halftime here. Savannah Emery makes good on her free throw. She has 3 now, and it's 35-20. Grogan finds herself on the foul line, kicks to Kazajanski. Her long jumper is no good, long two-pointer, batted away from the defensive rebound there. And now Sydney Grogan is going to settle down, finds Mumpini. Mumpini drives righty, baseline. Finds a cutting Kazajanski just inside the foul line, and she makes good on that mid-range jumper.
Once again, Bedford with the offensive rebound gave them another crack at scoring, and they made it count.
Slover's pass to Emery goes right through her hands, and that's a turnover. 1:40 left, 37-20. The Bulldogs' lead is 17. Grogan finds Mumpini. Mumpini to McCarthy. She was on the high block there. Gives it out to Grogan. Kazajanski, now Braga. She finds Mumpini. Grogan dribbles backwards, resets. Kazajanski to Mumpini along the baseline, left side. McCarthy cuts, can't get it, but Grogan drives into the lane. Got a good look, couldn't get it to go, and the Clippers come away with it. Slover up quick, finds Emery. Now Slover deep in the left corner, and her pass is picked off by Braga. Braga end to end and makes good on that fast break. So Marina Braga, the senior guard, comes away with the steal and the deuce, and it's a 19-point lead, just under a minute left here in the first half. McCannell up top. Over to Slover, looks for the post, can't get it in. Romps, nice lefty dribble, got it to go. Little ball fake there, she got to her left. And got a mid-range to fall for herself there by Avery Romps. Just under 30 seconds left here. Safia Mumpini, baseline jumper is way too strong. Slover comes away with the rebound. She's out in transition. She gets all the way to the rim, and that's good. 15 seconds. Kazajanski back to Grogan, just under 10. They find McCarthy. Mumpini in the corner. She throws a three. Can't get it to go. Kazajanski's offensive rebound gets batted around, and they can't get another shot off, but the Bulldogs will come away with a 15-point lead here at halftime, 39-24. We'll look for Grogan in the backcourt. The Clippers are in man-to-man defense, so that is already an adjustment. They find McCarthy right at the foul line. Back to Grogan, Pennick along the baseline. Ball fake to Grogan, she gets it off the glass and won't go. Clippers come away with a stop, so good start for them. Mia Smith turns the ball over as Grogan comes away with the steal. She's blocked from behind on some great hustle defense by Avery Romps. Got the block from behind. Grogan didn't know she was there. Hesitated a little bit. Slover now kicks to McCannell. That won't go. But Slover gets the rebound. Up top to Smith. Smith to McCannell. McCannell to Slover. Three-pointer is good. So a stop and a quick three-pointer, and the Clippers fans are excited. It is a 39-27 lead as they get it down to Lana McCarthy. She gets to the left-handed layup and gets fouled. Hacked on that beautiful pivot to her left hand. So McCarthy will go to the line for the three-point opportunity as McCannell picks up her first foul. McCarthy's free throw is good, and she leads all scorers with 16 points now. Slover brings it up. Pushes over to Emery, left side. Deep in the corner to Slover. Back to McCannell. Handoff up top to Smith. Smith gets it pulled away by Mumpini. Mumpini out quick to King. King gets to her left hand, but she's fouled. And she will go to the line for two as Avery Romps will pick up her first foul. So King was out quick on the break. Mumpini with the long pass, just about halfway up the court. Found the streaking King. Her first is good. And that transition opportunity leads to two free throws. Early action here in the third quarter as Isabella King makes good on the second of two free throws. It is 44-27. The Bulldogs have a 17-point lead. Romps down in the left side, drives righty into the lane, kicks over to Emery. Baseline jumper won't go. Lana McCarthy comes away with the rebound. King looks for Pennick. Can't get it to go. Mumpini now back to Grogan. Grogan sets a pick for King, gets to her left hand. Foul line jumper, no good. Grogan comes away with that rebound. Grogan's pass is picked off there. Loose ball, looked like it might have been an over in the back.
I think they're saying that King made contact with the ball while it was still in the Bedford end, even though it was touched by a Portsmouth player. You know, I'd love to see the replay of that. That was a really bang play.
Does Bill Jennings have the replay out here somewhere? No, we're not going to get it tonight, unfortunately.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Portsmouth definitely hit the ball. It was going out, and you're allowed to play it if the other team makes contact. But the Clipper coach complained and got the official to reverse the call.
And the other thing was that it was an exceptionally late call, as King was all the way back to the top of the key, and then the call came. So I do believe it was the right call, but it was very late. And now McCannell will go to the line on the foul by Grogan. As action continues here, Maddie McCannell hits the first of two. She will step in with her second. And that is also good.
Only the second and third foul shots for the Clippers today.
Two very good foul shots there, though. McCannell was right on as those hit nothing but net. Mumpini now for the Bulldogs. Grogan saw Pennick cutting, did not choose to throw it. McCarthy now. Grogan to King. Over to Pennick. They look down low for McCarthy, didn't like it though. Now King gets to her left hand. Dishes to McCarthy. Back to Grogan, and McCarthy's going to get called for travel. So a turnover here by the Bulldogs, and the Clippers will take over. And again, we're seeing every time McCarthy touches that ball down low, she's double teamed. Slover brings the ball up for Portsmouth. She gets to her left hand, passes to Romps, Romps to her right. Guarded by King. Shot is no good. Emery comes away with the rebound. Kicks to Smith. Smith righty. And she's going to get called for a charge as Pennick stepped in and picked up the charge on Smith. So Smith's hard right-handed dribble into the lane ends up in a charge as Pennick slid her feet and got into the way. Turnover Clippers. And the Bulldogs will come away. Kick to McCarthy. Up fake at the foul line. She gets fouled on the floor, but McCannell's going to pick up her second. Nice little up fake there by McCarthy. Showed a little skill and dexterity with the feet, no travel.
And Montplaisir is back in the game. Mia Smith taking a seat on the bench.
Bulldogs inbounds pass. They look for McCarthy in traffic, and that pass gets deflected away. Clippers come away with that turnover. Now they find Montplaisir. She shoots for three, and that's good. Montplaisir, her third three of the game. Hot shooting from deep. It is a 12-point game, 44-32, 4 minutes left.
I think they let her get away with a little shuffle step there, too.
4 minutes left in the third quarter, I should add, as Mumpini gets to her right hand. Her shot is way off. Montplaisir came away with the rebound. Slover, crossover dribble. She finds McCannell, back to Slover. Slover, right side, baseline, Emery, no good. King with the rebound. King gets up, crossover dribble, gets into the lane, and she's gonna get a block call on, tough one for Montplaisir.
And she got hit in the face.
That is Montplaisir's fourth foul, so their scoring leader right now with 11 points gets called for her fourth, and she's gonna check out of the game as Incolingo will check in. Tough call there by Montplaisir, who has been a scoring punch for the Clippers. And now King, a normal scoring punch for the Bulldogs, buries a three on that inbounds pass. She has 17 now and pushes the lead back to 15. 3.5 left here. Grogan, tight defense. Now McCarthy on McCannell. McCannell pivots away, no good. Mumpini comes up with the rebound. Grogan up quick, a wide open Isabella King for three, and that's good. Back-to-back three-pointers by Isabella King forces the Clippers to take a timeout as they push the lead to 18.
Every time the Clippers get a little close, they got it down to 12 points. Bedford responds. King with back-to-back threes pushes the lead up to 18.
Exceptional shooting, actually on both sides here, as the long-range three balls are going down with regularity.
We want to welcome our viewers on Nashua, ETV 99. They're sharing this broadcast here with BCTV, channel 1072, as well as on radio, Bedford 105.1. The real reason the Nashua folks are here, of course, they're very interested in the second half of the semifinal tonight. It'll be the Bishop Girton Cardinals against the Londonderry Lancers, and that's a 7 o'clock tip-off thereabouts. And if you're interested in that game, just look up a stream there on the ETV 99 website. Unless, of course, you're in Nashua, then you can just turn on the TV.
That broadcast, again, at 7 p.m. tonight on ETV.
And if this score holds, then Bedford goes into the final. Bedford 105.1 Radio will bring you that coverage live on Sunday. Time to be determined.
Slover into Incolingo. Weave up top. They find Emery. Emery to Slover, drives hard right. He gets into the lane. Her runner will not go. McCarthy with the rebound. Grogan comes away with it. Kick to Safia Mumpini in the corner. Her three is too strong, but Pennock comes away with an offensive board. Grogan resets, drives into the lane, loses the dribble for a sec. Hand off to King. Back to Grogan. They're going to look inside for McCarthy again, but she's doubled. Grogan kicks to Mumpini. Righty dribble. Now Grogan baseline. Gets it into McCarthy. Right hand, won't go, up and over her head. Might want to see her gather herself and get her balance back and take a good shot as she kind of scooped that over her head. But the Clippers come away with that defensive rebound.
Like she was tossing something away.
And the ball now gets deflected out of bounds by Avery Romps, so it will go back to the Bulldogs.
I was going to talk about Sydney Grogan. She only has 2 points, and she's really not known as a scorer here for the Bulldogs. But I think she might want to take a few shots. She was wide open for a three on that last possession, and she's always thinking first about passing it to her teammates.
The all-around athlete plays for several Bedford teams as King takes another three-pointer on that after timeout. Doesn't go, but Marina Braga comes away with the rebound. That won't go. McCarthy gets it back, but she's hacked on the the putback attempt. Looks like Maddie McCannell will pick up her third.
Those offensive rebounds for Bedford, it took 3 tries to get any points out of it. They couldn't come up with anything, but they draw the foul on the 3rd try on Lana McCarthy.
And that's the size advantage that's starting to show up here as McCarthy hits the first of her 2. McCarthy has 17 now. The freshman has really emerged in the second half of the season and especially in the tournament as a scoring option down low. Makes good on the second of 2. She has 18 now and trails only King, who has 20. Incolingo down to McCannell on the baseline. Her jumper is too strong, but they get an offensive rebound by Incolingo, and she gets to go, gets her putback to go, and she is fouled in the process. Looks like Kazajanski might pick up that foul. Her second. And Incolingo will go to the line to try to make good on that and one, and misses the free throw. Grogan comes away with that rebound. Loose ball to her. Grogan to Kazajanski, drives baseline, spins back away. Now Grogan gets to the foul line, kicks to Braga, back to Grogan. They look into McCarthy, but she is double teamed even when she doesn't have the ball. Kazajanski, cross court, Braga. There you go, that's that up fake by Grogan. Can't get it to go. McCarthy with the offensive rebound. Can't get that to go. Kazajanski now drives lefty. McCarthy drives righty. Gets fouled on the drive to the hoop. Gets it to go and will go to the line.
She was heading to that basket no matter who was in front of her.
She sure was. Tough defense on her. Looks like Sophia Lagulan will check in for her first action tonight as Isabel King will sit down with 1:03 left here in the 3rd quarter. It's 54-34.
And McCannell sits down for Portsmouth. Caitlin McDonough is in for her.
McCarthy misses the free throw. Ball gets batted around a bit. And Incolingo will come away with it. Now Slover, just under a minute to play here. Emery's 3 won't go, but Braga comes away with the defensive rebound. Grogan up quick again to Sophia Lagulan. She'll drive righty, throw up the righty hook. That won't go. McCarthy with the lefty put back. That does go. 22 points now for Lana McCarthy. She has been dominant inside. They have not found an answer. Mia Smith drives hard righty, and Sophia Lagulan will pick up a foul. Little push on the ground as Coach Gibbs urges Lagulan to move her feet instead of whacking at the ball. And Lana McCarthy will take a breather here with 29 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Pennick checks in for her. Incolingo finds a cutting Romps. Her pass is too high. The Bulldogs come away with that turnover. 15 seconds to go. Grogan looks for a good shot. Coach Gibbs sparks out a play. And we're going to have a moving screen here on Emma Kazajanski. That's going to be her 3rd foul. So turnover there, 9.2 seconds left. It is a 22-point lead, 56-34, as the Bulldogs have led nearly start to present. Notably, the Bulldogs will be in the bonus for the entire 4th quarter as the Clippers have 17 fouls. The ball gets batted around now, and McDonough shot at the buzzer will not count. Will not count. It was at the buzzer and too late.
Yeah, I think McDonough might have shuffled her feet too.
As they were preparing for their basketball careers. So we enter the 4th quarter here. The Clippers will have the ball. Again, a 22-point lead for the Bulldogs. McDonough dribbles, pivots, looks back up top, finds Smith. Smith, nice little drop off to McDonough, but she's blocked from behind from King.
And a tightrope walk on that back baseline saves the ball for Bedford.
Grogan finds Kazajanski, now down low to Lagulan, who's wide open and gets a bucket. Good awareness there.
Yeah, sometimes when defense is focusing on players like King and McCarthy, they forget about the other players on the Bulldogs.
Oh, good help defense here from, but she's going to get called for the foul. Sydney Grogan coming away from the weak side.
Yeah, she kind of went through her player.
Help defense on the entry pass that was kind of a lob down low to the block. Grogan came over from the backside and got a whack on the arm of the Clippers player. Slover finds Smith, backside for three, too strong. Long rebound out of bounds, and it will go to the Bulldogs. So Lagulon will inbound the ball. Full court pressure here from the Clippers. King back to Lagulon, now to Grogan. Kazajansky up to Pennick. Pennick finds King. King to Pennick. Lefty shot no good, but that rebound goes off of Romps, and the Bulldogs will get possession.
A little bit of body contact there on Pennick on the layup. Officials let that play through, but they get the ball back anyway.
Probably a good no call as the Clippers player was going straight up. 7:04 left here. We're going to get a timeout.
And the lead is up to 24 here, 58-34.
Again, the team foul situation. The Clippers have 7 in this half, so the next foul will put the Bulldogs into a 1-and-1 situation.
Hey, let's give a quick shout out to the Bedford boys hockey team who lost a heartbreaker last night at JFK. They had a 1-0 lead halfway through the third. It was a 0-0 tie after 2 periods. They took the lead in the third. Salem got a power play goal a few minutes afterward, about 5 minutes to play. Then in overtime, in the first 90 seconds, Salem got the winner. And they are going to the finals against BG on Saturday. But a great season for the Bulldogs.
King, the entry pass down to Sophia Lagulon, fakes into the lane, spins back to her strong right hand, and gets hacked. So she will go to the line. Avery Romps picks up her second, as Lagulon's first is good. Montplaisir checks back in, and Inkalingo will go to the bench for the Clippers. Sophia Lagulon's second is also good. So 4 points tonight for the freshman forward. Slover drives hard to the right side. Kicks to McDonough, but her pass is picked off by Kazajansky. Coach Gibbs chirping out at play. Lagulon finds Grogan, cross court, now to King. Into Pennick. Pennick down to Lagulon, and her pass is too strong. It deflects off of Sophia Lagulon's outstretched hand, and that will be a turnover on the Bulldogs. Slover now again. Point guard brings it up. The sophomore hits a Montplaisir who's cutting backdoor. Her pass to McCannell's batted away, and Grogan comes up with it. Out quick on the break. Lagulon. Pass under the basket to Pennick along the other baseline. Kazajansky drives hard righty, and she gets blocked. Looked like it might have been Mia Smith with the hand in on that.
Yeah, good defensive play there by the Clippers.
Scoop shot attempt by Kazajansky was rejected there. Grogan to Kazajansky, now to King. Ripped through to her left hand. She's blocked by McCannell. Defensive help. So the Clippers come away with the ball. 60-34. The Bulldogs lead. Montplaisir back to Slover. Slover over to Romps. Her three-pointer kisses off the glass, and it's good.
10 points for Romps.
So Grogan, bounce pass to Pennick. Kicks to King. Over to Pennick, back to Grogan at the top of the key. They reset the offense. Kazajansky dribbles right around the top side. Dribble handoff to Lagulon. She fumbles the ball out of bounds.
Yeah,
and she will check out.
Romps was able to deflect that ball, and that was just enough for Kazajanski to lose the handle there, or was that Lagulon?
Lagulon lost the handle there. Lagulon and Kazajanski will take a seat as McCarthy and Mumpini come back in. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the game as the Bulldogs hold a 23-point lead, 60-37. Sydney Grogan's going to pick up her third foul on the block. Shuffling her feet, got her hand out a little bit. That is Bedford's 6th team foul, so not quite in the bonus yet. Next one will put them there. Slover finds Emery, down low to McCannell. McCannell pivots back to her right and gets the hook shot to go. 4 points now for McCannell.
And they get it to 21 points now.
Mumpini sets the pick for King. King down to McCarthy. She's deep in the post, kicks to Pennick, open jumper, and that's good. That's a nice play right there. Double team down on McCarthy. She found the open jump shooter just inside the three-point line, and Catherine Pennick was able to stick it. Montplaisir picks up her dribble in the corner, and the Clippers are going to call timeout as Montplaisir was going to be in trouble there. Nobody cutting for her help, and she picked up her dribble. So 4:23 left here. Clippers take a timeout at 62-39. The Bulldogs lead by 23.
It's been a solid game so far for everybody involved, and they are, if they keep this up, obviously they're going to cruise into the finals with a big win here today. There's still 4:23 left to play, but 23-point deficit. That's a pretty high mountain climb for the Clippers. And then, of course, BG will be playing Londonderry in the second semifinal here. The Cardinals heavily favored, and of course, there's, probably no program has been a bigger rival to Bedford than Bishop Girton in many sports.
Well, that's assuming Bishop Girton gets past the Lancers tonight. I do see the Londonderry Lancers basketball team coming into the forum here, out into the hallway as we look outside the gymnasium for the other semifinal matchup tonight. Entry pass is knocked away. Grogan comes up with that steal. King drives lefty, gets to the basket, and scoops it in. 22 now for King, 22 for McCarthy, and those two have powered the Bulldogs offense tonight. The two of them have outscored the Clippers. So Emery, hand off to Romps. Romps takes a long jumper, will not go. Pennick comes away. Hands to Grogan. Just inside 4 minutes left in the game. And they go down inside to McCarthy again. She kicks to Pennick. Her shot is blocked. On some hustle defense, it looked like Montplaisir got the block there on Pennick's baseline jumper. Smith will check in for Romps on the Portsmouth side. Grogan gets the inbounds pass. Finds McCarthy. McCarthy back to her lefty hook. That won't go. Gets a rebound. Her putback is no good. And Montplaisir comes away with it.
Yeah, she went up strong, anticipating another hit, going to the basket, didn't come.
Slover to Smith. Smith pivots away, finds Slover. Fake, cuts back. Spin move, gets to the basket, but off the side of the backboard. That won't go. Mumpini's out on the break. Her play is disrupted. And some bodies all over the floor, but good hustle all around. No calls, appropriately so. And eventually Emery misses a jumper from the foul line. Grogan away with the defensive rebound. King pick and roll with McCarthy. Her shot is well short. An unusually off shot by Isabella King. But with 2.5 left, you might imagine she is a little bit tired. Montplaisir's bounce pass to Slover. Three-pointers up. Too strong. King away with the rebound. Cleans up the glass, and with 2:20 left in the game, they will slow things down on the offensive side. McCarthy kicks to Pennick, baseline jumper, no good. Slover with the rebound. She gets out into transition, finds Montplaisir, takes a jumper from inside the three-point line, and it's good. 13 points for Montplaisir, who has led the Clippers tonight in scoring, but has struggled with foul trouble since really, honestly, I don't know, for late first quarter, early second quarter, as she picked up 2 quick ones and went to the bench.
And we're coming up in the 2-minute mark here.
64-41, the Bedford Bulldogs lead the Portsmouth Clippers here. State semifinal action.
And if you're watching on Nashua ETV 99, stay tuned. We'll have that second game on the TV right around 7 o'clock tip-off. The Lancers versus the Cardinals. Hope you're enjoying this broadcast of Bedford and Portsmouth. Happy to share it with you, as well as BCTV 1072, our HD channel, and on the radio at Bedford 105.1.
So foul reset here, although it is a 23-point lead here. Just would fill you in on team fouls. The Bulldogs have 6 team fouls, so next foul on them would put Portsmouth on the line for a bonus. The Clippers have 8 team fouls, so the Bulldogs are already in a bonus situation. As Sydney Grogan inbounds to Marina Braga. Full court man-to-man pressure by the Clippers as Smith is closely guarding Grogan. She gets it in the front court. Legulan looks for cutting King, top of the key. Grogan, crossover dribble back to her right. Kicks back to King. King is going to get, it looked like she was going to get called for a 5-second, but there's an off-ball whistle. I'm not quite sure what the whistle was.
Something with Braga. Maybe she was hit.
Maybe she got whacked in the head or had a mask issue or something of the sort, but Coach Gibbs is going to make a couple of substitutions as Sydney Suazo checks in for her first action of the night, as does Ava Dubois. Small lineup now for the Bulldogs. Looks like Marina Braga is in now too. So some of Coach Gibbs' seldom used players are getting into the game. Christina Braga now finds Dubois. Grogan, now Legulan. Legulan down to Christina Braga, spins into the lane, that won't go. Smith up to Montplaisir. She finds herself open, takes the 3. It won't go, chases down the rebound, and her attempt to save it goes out of bounds. And the Clippers are going to empty their bench now too, as 4 of their non-starters are into the game. Looks like Diaz-Arod, Gonzalez, Lena Diaz-Arod, Rosela Gonzalez.
You want me to try it? Deja Sremuksavan.
We practiced that before the broadcast. It is a long name, similar to Munster Tiger. It takes a little bit of practice. So 1 minute left here. The Clippers come away with the steal. Gonzalez is out on the break. Righty layup will go.
Nice rush there.
The junior guard gets a layup here in the closing seconds. Sydney Grogan now. Dubois is going to drive lefty, and that'll go. Good aggressive move to the hoop by Ava Dubois. She saw the lane wide open and decided to take advantage.
We're down to
Gonzalez
25 seconds.
Now kicks. No good on the 3 by Lombardi. Sydney Suazo comes away with the rebound. 15 seconds to go in the game. 66-43, and the Bedford Bulldogs hold a 23-point advantage, and they're going to move on to the state finals against the winner of the second game here tonight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a round of applause from all the fans here this evening for the winners of the Bulldogs. They are getting loud cheers from their fans, and the Clippers season will end, and they are also getting loud cheers from the faithful fans that have come this evening. And the Bedford Bulldogs will come away with the 23-point victory.